Yes, with the Muslim ticket, we are now running an Almajiri system of government. With the Muslim ticket, we are now running an Almajiri system of government in Nigeria. APC said they were bringing renewed hope to Nigerians. We didn't know that it was the other way around, hopelessness. You can see the stampede that have led to the death of over 60 Nigerians and counting. Because of hunger in the land, people are scampering for food, just food. Food. In Anambra, in Oyo, and also in Abuja, people are dead because of their scampering for food. That is the kind of system that the Tinubu-led government is running, an Almajiri system. Reduce their purchasing power. Nigerians reduce their purchasing power to spread the tax nets, so that when there's an election, hungry and impoverished Nigerians will be giving money, and they will sell, because typical of Nigerians, they will sell their birthright so that APC will stay more in power. That's the system of government we are running in Nigeria today. Also, the Middle Belt, they are also asking the Fulani fundamentalists in the north that we don't want our Almajiri system in the Middle Belt anymore. Take your Almajiri system elsewhere. Anywhere you find an Almajiri system, the system destroys a society, destroys development. Look at the north. The north has ruled for more than 40 years according to Dogara. So Dogara is telling the northerners, whoever that is complaining with the tax bill and Tinubu's government, do not blame Tinubu's government, blame your leaders. You see, the Almajiri system is, we have two classes, the poor and the rich. The rich give themselves exclusive access to education and the opportunities that they have in the north, while the poor are meant to go and beg. They use religion to subdue them and march upon them and bring them down. When you look at the Sharia, Sharia is meant for the poor people. The Hizbah police in Kano, usually meant for the poor people. While those elite upper class use all these systems, the Sharia and the Almajiri system, to keep the poor impoverished so that they can control them. Small thing, you see a governor or a politician in the north, you say the north will remember. An influencer, small thing, the north will remember. The north will remember. We have block votes, we have influence, and this, we have the numbers. Now the Middle Belt are rising up, the leaders are rising up in the Middle Belt and saying, no, we are not part of those numbers, those Arewa numbers. Please, take your Almajiri system away from our land. We know that people are disputing which one is Arewa, which one is Middle Belt. What is South-South? Some of these Fulani guys are saying there's nothing constitutionally, there's nothing like Middle Belt in the constitution. So what is now South-South? How do you explain South-South? Everything is done for political convenience. So if the Middle Belt as a people don't want to be part of the North, they have every right to do so. They just need to legislate it. They need to get their representatives, push for a bill to cut them out of the Arewa North. You are accusing them that because they are Christians. No, both Christians and Muslims in the Middle Belt, they don't want to associate with the Almajiri system of northern Nigeria. It does not bring development. The same way Tinubu is ruling Nigeria. That's a system I think these Islamic fundamentalists use in ruling their people. Buhari came on board, you were shouting cyber, but the guy had no clue of anything. At the end of the day, he destroyed the country, and some people are still praising him till tomorrow. That is the Almajiri system. Nigerians love their oppressor. That is Almajiri system. Irrespective of the fact that Tinubu has made life difficult for an average Nigerian, Nigerians are still praising him. Okay, petrol has been reduced from 970 to 899 naira. Tinubu met petrol at 180 something naira, and he took it to over 9 something. Normally, in other countries there should be a revolution, but because they reduce it small, people are praising. That is Almajiri for you. Nigerians have turned to Almajiri. So don't be surprised that even in Anambra, Igbo land, people during the war, people died of hunger. Still till in this 21st century, people are still dying of hunger because we have a system in place that will not work for the average Nigerian person. We have said it so many times, and we don't know why Nigerians know they listen. In Abuja, the seat of power, people are scampering for rice. rice that should be given free to every Nigerian. The government has what it takes to feed the whole nation. Look at the north and the arable land in the north. The land in the north is bigger. The north can contain 10 Biafran states. The north can contain 20 southeast states. Much more than that. Only Sambisa forest alone. If you cultivate Sambisa forest, you can feed the whole of north. But instead, the northern leaders will prefer sending their children to Ilekeu and start begging, not engaging them skillfully. And most of their professors, most of their leaders are defending the rubbish. Look at Deborah that was killed. SAN, many lawyers volunteered pro bono to defend the people that killed Deborah because of your Islamic fundamental ideology to dominate Nigeria. Somebody said Islam is going to dominate the world, and we heard him loud and clear. We know that's the plan of Islam, and this is what the Fulani is bringing into play when they get to communities. They are trying some experiment in the southwest, and I believe you me, that experiment will fail because the southwest is not. However, Islam came into the southwest would be by chance. These guys are tolerant people, and you will not use your fundamentalism and enter them. Their eyes have opened. Nnamdi Kanu did a broadcast, opened Biafra radio, and used that to lecture and help Nigerians understand the moves of the Fulani. You can see the Hausa people are also shouting, Fulani, leave our land, leave us. How come you are dominating everything? You are the governor, you are the vice chancellor, you are the traditional ruler, you are the emir and everything. How come? In Hausa land, somebody who's a traditional ruler should be a Sarki. How many Sarki do you have in the north? But it is emir. And they use emir replace Sarki. Emir is a Fulani. Emir are for Fulani. Sarki is for the Hausa. So how many Sarki do you have in the north, in the Hausa land? So Hausa people are shouting, we don't want to play this your game. The middle belt are also shouting, we don't want to play this your game. The middle belt should rise up, sensitize your people. Let there be a conscious effort, consciousness. People should be conscious of the fact that the Fulani have come to steal, kill, and destroy. They mean no well, and they are using different system, Sharia or Islam or Almajiri system. I'm afraid that this Muslim ticket will further impoverish Nigerians. You know, one funny thing here is that we have people that went to school in Nigeria. We have people that I say they are educated in Nigeria. The government of the day will turn them to Almajiri with your professor certificate, with whatever you have. They will turn you to Almajiri. Tinubu went to the joint session of the National Assembly and made a blunder. Instead of people to correct him, they were hailing him. These are the kind of products that Nigerians have voted into the House. Almajiri in the Senate. Almajiri everywhere. We have all been turned to Almajiri. As a Biafran, I am not an Almajiri. My eyes are opened. We have said it. We said it over and over again. We have been voting and voting and voting. We have been telling Nigerians this is the right, this is not the right. But yet Nigerians are saying that they are smart. The North and Southwest, they had this alliance because they want to share national cake. Hypocrites. They are smart. Now the North is showing them their true color and they are saying they are pushing them back. The North says that we have a common affiliation with the Southwest, and that is Islam, and they are using Islam to enter. I thank God for Nnamdi Kanu for opening the eyes of people. I wish Southwest youths that are turning into Yahoo boys, Southeast youth also, the youths in the South that are turning into nuisance, into doing Yahoo and everything, they will understand that they need to embrace education, and education to the later, because Northerners are going to school, Fulanis are going to school, they are going to school, We know that the Southwest really went to school then, but are the Southwesterners going to school now? Go to the streets of the Southwest, let's not say Lagos, go to other states, you see a Almajiri system. Just want to share something now. Old women, young men that are jobless and everything, they will just jump on you, and you see that people are just misbehaving anyhow because their purchasing power has been reduced by a Muslim ticket headed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. People are praising him that Yes, it will. This you are just wasting your time. They are carrying out an experiment on Nigerians. You left fuel. I will repeat it again. You left fuel at one. You saw fuel at 180 something naira, and you took it to 1,000 something, and it came down to 9, and people are praising. You are all Almajiri. You are all Almajiri. So, this is a directive from the Middle Belt. This is from Tribune. So, Middle Belt leader Pogu is saying parents of Almajiri should serve jail terms. The national president of the Middle Belt Forum, Dr. Bitrus Pogu, in his interview, speaks on the surge of Almajiri and out-of-school children in the northern part of Nigeria, the Lukawara terrorist group, and other issues affecting the growth of the north. He says we need a president bold enough to enact a law mandating that every child must go to school. We need a president. Any parent who denies their ward access to education should face punishment in primary school. Children can learn Arabic and Islamic doctrine, but it must be mandatory for every child to attend school. This will help eradicate the Almajiri system. Almajiri system must be eradicated because most of these guys take it as an opportunity to enlist these guys into terrorist activities. It's easier to raise terrorists in the north because of the Almajiri system. Now, for instance, during the protests, the End Bad Governance protest, many youths were arrested. These youths were used as tools of terror. They were given weapons and ordered to burn shops, attack properties, and create havoc. So legislation enforcing mandatory schooling backed by strict sanctions can help curb the menace. We need a National Assembly strong enough to pass such a law, and the president courageous enough to declare it as the future of Nigeria. Instead of wasting young lives, they can receive Islamic education as part of a standard school curriculum rather than roaming as Almajiri beggars destined to fall into criminality. So that system must be purged away from the Middle Belt. The same way, the other way around, Tinubu is running an Almajiri system of government. If you want to start a political party in the Southwest today, have 100 million, you start a political party. You see people that are ready, people that are not doing anything, that are jobless, that are ready to buy into what you are doing. That's how bad it is now. Almajiri everywhere. Almajiri in the Southwest. Almajiri in the Southeast. This system that we have all aligned with, subscribed to, is what is making all of us Almajiri. You see the rate of poverty, rate of hopelessness. Families are not together anymore. Families cannot keep up. Families, no joy in the home. The father cannot provide for the children. People are begging. Married men, people that are going to work, family men, they are begging and begging because they cannot. Every day, it is difficult to survive in Nigeria. But when you go into the media, you see the president will block the whole of Lekki or the island because he is going to Lagos for Christmas. They will just use estakos. That is an Almajiri system. Almajiri system is the rich use the Almajiri to bring the poor down, to subdue the poor, to impoverish the poor. That's what they do, and that's what Tinubu is doing to the Nigerian people. Nigerians are much more poorer than ever before. Only a few people, look at the population, out of school children in the north. In the Southwest, most children can't go to school anymore. They cannot keep up. It's just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time. You remove subsidy, what the Nigerian people are gaining from whatever, you remove subsidy. We were saying that if you don't remove subsidy, those that are stealing the money are stealing the money. You know those that are stealing the money, but you refuse to go after them. You know the former presidents that have been stealing our money. You refuse to bring them to book. Are you not going to blame Nigerians for people that are stealing the money that you refuse to bring them to book? Electricity subsidy, removed it. Nigerians are not paying more. You took enough. You took many things up. Nigerians are paying with their blood. You are taking enough from Nigerians. Now it is the tax bill. Everything is tax. That's what the government knows how to do. And this is where we are today. Some people say that this Christmas, only God. Everybody was just, the street where I stay, Tinubu. Very few people, and those Yahoo people, they are the ones that are running the whole show and everything. People coming from abroad. You know, when people are so poor, a rich man can jollificate. Young girls are into prostitutions because the situation is not palatable. If you're a young guy that has money, you will ball, you will enjoy yourself because many people are poor. You are just the rich man there, so you can do anyhow and undo. So when people say that many people are returning, coming to Lagos, people are coming to show themselves because there's poverty in the land. The little money they have, they are coming to use it and show themselves. If everybody had something, at least, we'll not see all this show off on social media. Look at the Yaya Bello. I think the bail condition, it is a state that is going to, they are rejoicing that somebody who stole their money. Almajiri, they are rejoicing. Why a daily follow to me? Very few people saw the need to celebrate that man. But see, the whole of people in Kogi State were rejoicing. Youths were rejoicing that he was released on bail. How would Yaya Bello look at them? How would all those people there look at the people of Kogi State? We are running an Almajiri system. The more reasons why we are against anything Muslim. When you have Muslim ticket, when you have Islamic whatever, it somehow encourage Almajiri. When one person will just say one thing, nobody can go against it. Everybody will just follow like sheep. That's Almajiri. And African leaders are wicked. This same man, Petrus, he said that the leaders, they intentionally subject their people to that Almajiri system. Why? They benefit from formal education. Them, their children and children are the ones that will be well placed in government, that will get all the opportunities. When you look all of them, they marry themselves. The same thing that is happening in the West, the Muslim Yorubas, that's the same Almajiri system they are planning. All those market women, they will subject them to poverty and whatever, what have you, while they will be enjoying the dividends of the government. Nigeria, we hail thee. We hail thee. Change this system for your good. You will not hear. I like what the Yorubas are doing. I like what the Middle Belters are doing. Dogara said, he said that the North should not blame anybody for anything, whether it is the tax bill that they are running their mouth up and down, that the North will not benefit. The North should blame itself because its leaders have failed the region, and the leaders are not repentant. They will still do more to fail the region. They are even preparing to fail the region. When you tell them that Almajiri system will not help, they will tell you, get out. Sharia will not help. They will tell you, get out. But yet, they are the most backward region in Nigeria, despite the fact the opportunities they have gotten. If the Southeast get the opportunity they not have gotten under this mere geographical expression called Nigeria, the Southeast shouldn't be the same way. You can see the Southwest, the little things they were able to bring together, they are the best region so far. The Southwest is the best region so far. That's why I'm always shouting, don't allow these Islamic fundamentalists, extremists, bring that their kind Sharia or the way they practice Islam into the Southwest. Don't allow them, because they will come with Alpha, with Sheikh, and you respect Sheikh. Sheikh will come and they will introduce it, they enact it, and it causes problem. It causes religious crisis. Who benefits from religious crisis? It is the elite. They will make the people kill themselves for Allah, while them, they watch from the rear. It is a control mechanism, and that's what Tinubu is going to use to stay in power for 8 years. Nigerians will be more poorer, while they will be giving crumbs. The next election, wait and see how people will openly sell their conscience. You know, Nigerians don't have no integrity. It is hard for you to see a Nigerian that has integrity. It is very hard for you to see a Nigerian that can stand up and fight for his right and stand up for what is right. It is hard. Even people that go to church, deaconess and deacon, on those election, they collected bribe, they sold their vote. They have been shouting, do not sell your vote. Do not sell your vote. They went on to sell their vote because Tinubu is running an Almajiri system of government. That's what they do. That is what the higher class do. I've said it. The real problem we have in Nigeria today is the higher and lower class. If you have Yoruba nation today, it's the same problem. The rich want to subdue the poor. In the Yoruba nation, if you have the Biafra nation, Igbo nation, the same thing will happen. The mentality of those upper class want to subdue the other people. If you have Arewa or the Middle Belt, the same thing. Ijaw nation, the same thing will happen. The reason why I'm even asking, okay, let's divide, let's go as separate ways, is so that they will take away the evil hand of the Fulani in our matter. Fulani has an evil hand in Nigeria matter, and that evil hand will never make Nigeria move forward. I'm telling you, that evil hand will never make Nigeria prosper until they cut off that Fulani evil hand. And what we do so is when Nigeria balkanizes, regionalism or resource control, then the grip of Fulani on the progress of Nigeria and Nigerians and those that are in that Nigeria, everybody will start enjoying. But as we see, so those ones that are sharing the national cake, they are raising up their children, preparing them to take over from them. It is a family business. They will lie to you, use lie. Yes, 899. If Nigerians should rejoice that petrol is down, if it gets to 400, that's when you should rejoice. If it's still in the range of 800, 900, 600, 700, my brother, there's nothing. It's like Tinubu, somebody, okay, we are playing match. Tinubu as the keeper concedes 7 goals. Tinubu concedes 7 goals and catch 1 penalty. Would you still rejoice? No, even though you catch 1 penalty, but they are still beating us 7-0. It is still high now. It is still high. I understand. The government is trying. Dangote is there. Port Harcourt refinery is there. Through the back, blending and whatever. Through Port Harcourt, you blend. We heard it stopped and it started working again. We heard that it stopped and it started working again. Blending. You from the back, you enter it. We understand what the games they are playing. Port Harcourt refinery could not work ever until Dangote started functioning. Then they were looking for ways. However, how should we do it? Port Harcourt refinery start working, so they know what they are doing. If that national cake will not be enough for all Nigerians to benefit, so the few people that will be benefiting, they will be giving Nigerians crumbs. Nigeria will never get better with this kind of people. The only way they can rule the country is using an Almajiri system. The same thing that the Middle Belt are complaining in Fulani Nigeria. To tell you that Fulani still has an influence in Nigeria. The Almajiri system still subsists in Nigeria under Tinubu's government, shows you that Fulani still has an influence in this mere geographical expression as posited by Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Nigeria.